Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, back on good old Satisfactory, going to be continuing our playthrough. But first, you know what time it is. We gotta talk about good old Boosteroid, the cloud gaming service we're going to be using to play this game today. Before we even do that, if you'd like to purchase a subscription to Boosteroid, there is a link down in the description below that will help you do that. And if you decide to use that link to purchase that subscription, I do thank you because you do help out the channel. All right, let's go. Let's get on into it. Boosteroid is a cloud gaming service that allows you to play your PC games on pretty much any device. This includes mobile devices such as cell phones and tablets, all the way up to some smart televisions, and including desktops and laptops. It doesn't matter. Any of the devices that they support, you can use Boosteroid to play those PC games, and you don't have to worry about your hardware and having, amazing hardware for gaming and stuff like that. You just let Boosteroid worry about that instead, connecting to one of their very good gaming PCs and stuff like that. And this can be either done through one of the various applications that they provide for your current device that you're trying to use, or you can go through the browser with some devices, such as desktops and laptops. It's very easy to do. You just go and sign up or sign in to Boosteroid onto your account, and you find the game you want to play, and you just click play. It is easy and as simple as that. Now, internet connection is very, very important when it comes to Boosteroid, or to any gaming service out there. You need a very good internet connection in order to use this type of service, because you're not only receiving information, the stream of the game that you're playing, you're also sending information out. This is your inputs. So when you're inputting whatever device you're using, you're inputting those controls into the game. Those are being sent to a gaming PC, and then the results of those inputs are then being streamed back to you of the game and the results of your inputs within a matter of milliseconds. So internet connection is very, very important when it comes to speed. They recommend 25 megabits of download speed, and less than 20 milliseconds of latency. So latency is not as important unless you're playing competitive multiplayer. So if you're doing anything that happens to be competitive multiplayer, such as games, such as the games you see here, some of them like World of Tanks and whatnot, where, pretty much every second counts. You want that millisecond to be as low as possible, but if you're playing single player or co-op games, online co-op or whatnot, that's not really as important, of course. I usually run about 80 milliseconds is what mine, or about 60 to 80 milliseconds, depending on the day, of course. But yeah, it's not as important because, you're not going to have, you won't really notice it even then, like 50, 60 milliseconds, you're not going to notice any input lag or anything like that. It's when you get up into the 80s and 90s and even hundreds is where you might start to notice a little bit of, mishap going on. But it is one of them things. So yeah, like I said, internet connection is very, very important, but if you just don't have the milliseconds to play, or to be under the 20 millisecond mark, that's okay, just as long as you have over the 25 gigabytes of download speed. But the higher the better, of course, and the more smooth your experience is going to be while using the Boosteroid platform. Boosteroid also supports many, many games. As you can see here, you can sit here and scroll forever. Now I'm using Opera GX in order to run my Boosteroid. Just using a browser is just so much easier for me. I do have a gaming PC, but it is nice to not have to use the hardware, considering my hardware is very old and very out of date. So it's nice to be able to do that. Yeah, you've got tons of games available and whatnot. As you're scrolling through these games, like I said, no installation is required onto your device, so you don't have to worry about storage space either. Like I said, the only thing you got to worry about is internet connection. But as you're scrolling through these games, you're going to notice a few different things. So there's a few different things, like you're going to notice there's like the Steam icon and the Epic Games icon. That basically just means that this is the Steam version of this game, this is the Epic version of this game, and whatnot. So that's just on those stores, Steam and Epic being the big ones. And if you notice any other icons, those are mostly on the free games and stuff like that. You'll just notice the icon for the developer usually, if it doesn't have a platform like Steam or Epic. And you might even start noticing these newer ones, which is the Xbox logo and stuff like that. They did a deal with Microsoft, and they're adding games from the Xbox stuff. So really, really awesome, really cool stuff going on. You're going to notice a few different other things too, like I mentioned, the free underneath the free one, and then you got the license required here. So with any of these games, if it says free, if it doesn't matter if it says free or if it says license required, you do got to have a subscription to Boosteroid in order to play those games. And you're probably wondering why, and this is just because you're still using their servers and their computer, their hardware, in order to play that game, no matter if it's free or not. So that is why. Because you're still having to access that computer in order to play that, because these are all PC games for the most part. So, but the license required, basically all that means is that you need to own the game in order to play it. So I like to use SnowRunner as an example. So if you're searching for a very specific game, you can scroll through the list, or you can search up here. I like to use SnowRunner, like I said, as an example for most of this, because it's got two different versions. They've got the Steam version of SnowRunner, and they've got the Epic version of SnowRunner. When you click that play on whichever version, it's going to take you to the Steam or the Epic, depending on which one you clicked or which one you tapped, or however you're doing it. When you're at least when you're in the browser and stuff like that. So click play, and it's going to take you to the login, and you're going to log into your account either through Steam or Epic, and then it's going to launch the game. So if you don't own the game, it's not going to launch, of course. But yeah, that's pretty much that. If you have this, you see this little plus icon here, that just adds it to your library, which you can go over to the My Games section. And once that pops up there, you will see that all the games that you've clicked that little plus icon are all going to pop up here. Like I said, you can search for it or look through their library and stuff like that. But one of the things that they did add recently, this was a little while ago. It was still recent enough. If you link your Steam account to Boosteroid, you can it'll automatically look through your library of games, pull all the games that Boosteroid supports, and puts it all into your games library. So that is a pretty cool neat little feature there as well. All right, then there's also a few things to mention just real quick here. On some of these games, you're going to notice, like when you click on when you're looking at a very specific game, you see this here. You're going to notice that it says cloud saves. That's one of the things there. So just like if you were on your computer playing that game, when you exit the game is going to then save to the cloud either through Steam or Epic's cloud service, and it'll be saved to their servers, that save. So this is very, very important, because Boosteroid, that's how it gets your save for those games, is it pulls it from that. It has they have access to the cloud servers on Steam and Epic, so they pull your save and then that loads it up onto the computer that you're playing, and then you can continue to play your game, whether you're no matter what. So that's pretty much how that works. But you might come across this. This is one of the things, is games like Dyson Sphere Program. You're going to notice this is in yellow. So this says local saves, and basically your progress is saved with the Boosteroid servers, because before it can't pull a game. It can't pull a game save that isn't saved to the cloud, and the developers of Dyson Sphere Program did not include that in their game to have the cloud saves. So you basically, if you go to play this on Boosteroid, you're going to have to start a new game. But if you do start that brand new game and you save, it's going to save to Boosteroid servers instead, and then you can then it'll pull that save from there. So. Which is a really cool little thing. They didn't have to add that, and they did. So, really nice for these specific types of games. It's very few and far in between. You may not ever run into this ever at all, or very rare, but that's pretty much how that is. So that's basically the explanation of that. So one other thing too is the reason that Boosteroid um, has to pull from those cloud saves is because Boosteroid does not have access to your personal computer and your files. So um, that basically means that they can only pull from the internet, from the cloud, of that stuff that gets uploaded. So this also means that mods and third-party software not supported. Games like Satisfactory has a Satisfactory mod manager. That's a third-party software in order to run mods, and they don't allow that. So they just want you to play the game as intended. However, there are a few exceptions to the rule. One of them is Steam Workshop. I don't know how Epic does it, how the Epic Store does it, but Steam, you've got the Steam Workshop, and a lot of the time you'll go to play a game on a PC that you don't normally play on. The Steam's going to recognize that the mods that you had downloaded for that game, for that save, are not there, and then you can go and retrieve those, or it'll automatically do it for you in those cases. So that's a whole nother thing. The other thing that is kind of exception to the rule is games like SnowRunner here. SnowRunner has a built-in mod manager, and you're connected to the internet, so you just get your mods for your save that way. Um, so, but that's kind of the only exceptions to that rule. Most games require you to either manually install mods or go through a mod manager, like I mentioned, and that stuff is not supported. So you don't have access to the computer you're playing on, only the access of the game itself. So the game and the store that you're accessing, of course. All right, so that's pretty much explains that. There is one more thing I would like to mention as well before we move on, is they do have a network speed tester here. Basically, what it does is it just tests your network versus your closest server that you can connect to, that Boosteroid owns, and this will just test your network connection versus their server, and it'll basically give you an idea, kind of like a buyer's information type deal, before you go and get a subscription to see if your internet connection is going to be able to do it. And Boosteroid will give you they'll give you a few tips and stuff to improve your connection if it's kind of poor, or whatnot, or give you the green light, that kind of thing. So really cool that if you're ever having any kind of issues with Boosteroid, you got questions of any sort, or you want to report bugs or kind of anything like that, there's a few different things you can do. That you can also recommend games as well during certain ones, but you can click this little question mark here, which is going to basically pull up a new tab if you're on a browser or whatever, and however the different applications and stuff do it. But basically, this is the help center, so you can type in a question up here, and that will then link you to a few different articles, or you could just click through and try to find what you're looking for as well. And they just general tips and all kinds of other cool stuff. So just a general help. Now, if you do have a subscription to Boosteroid, you can use this little pop-out tab here. I don't know if might be on just on the PC, but yeah, you can click this little pop-out tab here. You follow the on-screen instructions of this little side window that pulls out, and basically they verify your account that you have a subscription, and then you can then use that as a means of getting help, because it's a live chat service agent. So you can get help through there, or you can request games through there, all kinds of stuff. They have a few different things, like calling into a call center, just much easier and much faster. So, and you're connected to a live person pretty darn quickly, except for you're not talking to them, you're typing to them. But yeah, and it's a pretty awesome option. They can also see live data. They have access to the PC you're connected to if you're having issues with a certain game or whatever, and they can help you with that too. So that's one of the other ways to get help. And then as well. So, and if you are not aware, they do have a Discord channel where you'll find my videos and others as well of the partnership program, uploading videos, informational videos, gameplay videos like I do, all kinds of stuff. There's plenty of people on there that are posting videos about Boosteroid, showing off Boosteroid, stuff like that, just like the video you're watching now, and whatnot. You can see how Boosteroid performs on different games and whatnot, and compared to other services out there, and all kinds of cool stuff. So you can definitely all find that over on the YouTube channel. There on the Discord or the YouTube. Yeah, it's the YouTube text channel. So there you go. Okay, then. So moving on over to pricing. This is pretty much the pricing section of Boosteroid. And last little section a bit of this ad, of course. And whatnot. So basically, if you don't know what this little symbol is, this is a euro symbol. They deal in euros because their main headquarters for Boosteroid is based out of Ukraine, so they use euros over there. This is 9.89 euros per month, and then you can click the 12-month option, and then you've also got the 89.89, which is a yearly payment. So both of these are one-time payments. You pay a month or you pay a year. There is no difference between these two options, as you can see here. You get the basic VM, which is a virtual machine. You get up to 1080p for the streaming quality, depending on your internet connection as well. If you have a poor internet connection, you may not get that 1080p. But yeah, if you have a decent enough internet connection, you're going to get that. And then up to the 60 FPS for that stream. So if you are just starting out and you're not really sure to what to expect, I would recommend the 1 month option. Just to kind of test it out, just in case things don't work out, that kind of stuff. It's not the huge thing, but I would definitely recommend the 1 month. But if you're comfortable with it and whatnot, and then maybe I move on to the 12 months. So for rough translation, this is roughly $10.80 US, and this one for rough translation is just under $100. So, and that's pretty much that. And like I said, that's what these are just your options here. The other option they don't list, which I wish they would, is that Boosteroid has an edge over their competition. They offer limitless game session time, so you can play your games for 5 minutes or 5 hours. They don't care. Just as long as you are playing the game, they'll let you play for as long as you want, which is good for us content creators. So this option over here, I'm not addressing it because it's not available, but yeah, can't wait for that. You get the high-end virtual machine plus the ray tracing, and then you get up to 4K, and then basically unlimited FPS. So really cool there, but this one's pretty good too. And for most phones, this one will do you more than good, because most phones, got the tiny screen, and if you're doing 1080p, that looks like a freaking 4K television in your hand. That's my opinion. But if you do have a discount code or discount coupon code, or you have a subscription, you can enter those down here. Now the way the discounts work, if you do have that discount code, you enter it down here and click the apply, and then that'll apply that to the option, the appropriate option with the appropriate discount, and then you go and purchase it. So that's pretty much how that works as well. Alright then, and I'm pretty sure people ask, what do you get paid to promote Boosteroid and stuff like that, and the quick answer is I don't get paid. So yeah, for Boosteroid, I do not get paid for that. The thing I get out of it by promoting Boosteroid on my channel is Boosteroid promotes my channel on their Discord. So I'm very thankful for that, and in exchange, I promote their service. So that's pretty much the long and short of the whole partnership. So pretty cool, and you're not seeing any of the other ones or any other companies coming to me on my small channel. So very awesome, and thank you to Boosteroid for allowing me to be part of the partnership program. All right, let's get back to the game.
Alrighty then, wasn't that fun? Anyway, okay, so now we're back in here. This is what we ended up doing last time. I didn't get any chance to work on this game in between episodes. We got to play in Valheim all week and stuff like that. It's been a very busy week for me, so especially with the games and stuff. We had Valheim, we had a new update to Enshrouded, just all kinds of cool stuff. But this is what we did last time. We put the roof on these a little bit. These are the machines making our fuel for our fuel generators. So we have the we have the power plant online. That's what we accomplished last time, which is just awesome. I mean, you look at this power output is pretty big. You can see our max consumption is 3,267 megawatts. Our capacity is 9,300. That's what we're producing because these fuel generators, even if they're not using the power, they're still going to consume the fuel. They're all overclocked as well, all fully overclocked 20 fuel generators. And we will come back and finish these another time, because today we're going to be working on some plastic and rubber factory, which I have a spot picked out for that we're going to be doing that in. Going to be a very decent away spot, so I'm not exactly sure what we're looking at, so we're going to have to kind of take a look. We're going to get enough to at least pull power over there, so that we can come back along the power lines, ride the lightning, as it were. Yes. So we're going to ride the lightning right back to base over here. We should probably, I don't know, can we? Nah, we'll do it at the other place. We are going to be producing a little bit of fuel, so we'll produce a little bit of fuel over there. We'll have one factory producing fuel for our jetpack, and stuff like that. Every now and again we'll have to go over there and grab it. But yeah, that's pretty much factory done. I mean, there's still some decorations to do and stuff like that, so pretty big place. But yeah, we need to work on a new factory, and we're going to be going to a very colorful area in order to get that oil, to produce plastic, rubber, and fuel. Packaged fuel is going to be that factory there. Yep, so it should be a heck of a lot of fun. We just got to get some stuff together before we head over there, of course. Of course, we need materials, because our plastic and rubber is very limited, so... Wait, are we out of steel? I see that belt is empty, and I'm not liking it. Oh, is it NVIDIA DLSS messing up again? Yeah. Hello there. I think NVIDIA is messing up again. Yeah, there it goes. Finally, I guess it did finally load in. There was nothing on these belts. See, this belt was empty. Did make me worry. Let's see. Yeah, it's got steel in it. You can always check what's on a belt if you can't see it with the F key. You can hit F, and the material that the belt is made out of will usually be on the right, and whatever's in the belt will be on the left. So, like these belts here, you can see that this belt's got frames, but it's also got the encased industrial beams, which is what the belt's made out of. So, yeah. You can see that one's made out of frame, or that one's got frames. This one's got rotors on it. Really nice touch. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, everything we have from that project we still have here. I'm going to hit the sort button. There we go. We still have a decent amount of stuff, so what are we going to need? I think the only thing we're going to need is power lines. What do power lines consist of? Or the power pole, or power towers. I'm just going to click a plus on that. Okay, so we should probably grab a couple... we'll see, wire stacks in 500s, so we're going to grab some of that. And we're going to have to go grab some more steel beams. Oops. That is not what I wanted to do, but that works. Yeah, stack of 500. Yeah, it's only 20 wire per. Let's see, I'm probably going to need, about 5 or 6 to get over there. Let's take a stack of wire, why not? We got plenty of concrete. We'll probably end up grabbing some more. Whoops. Hit the tilde key. The tilde key and the tab key are right next to each other, so. But yeah, we'll head over here to our steel factory and get us some steel beams. Okay, and at the steel factory, which also has not been finished, Yeah, it's hard to in this game. It's really hard to do the detail work as well as build the factories as, all in one while you're trying to do everything. So it's just one of those deals. Um, yeah, so I tend to just leave factories once the factory's built to the design I want, and I got some got some walls up. I kind of got an idea of what I'm going to be doing. I just kind of leave it at that. Okay, that should do. Oh, cable. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad I remembered. Because not only do we got to build the towers, we also got to build the cable in between them. This is also coincidentally my cable factory. It's quite a mess in here. I need to get this one up on a foundation. This one was built before I had the foundations available, so I've been lazy. 1, 2, 3 stacks of cable. That should do. No, we won't take the rest in concrete. I was thinking about it, but it's like, nah. We'll leave it. Oops. But yeah, let's go find us some fuel or some. We gotta find us some oil. But let me. Oops. Let's get up on this tower and we'll head back over to the field plant because or the power plant because this is where we need to go anyway. To start, we need to start from there by pulling power lines. So we'll ride the lightning back over there and get started from that point. Very beautiful game, this. Yeah. Freaking Satisfactory may be a factory game, but man, it looks good. Okay, and as we come up on the power plant here, the place we're going to want to go is down there with our power lines. It's going to be very, very careful not to die. But yeah, we're going to take a power line and we're going to stick it, probably, we might want to stick it up there actually. What if I can do that? Is there a spot that I'd be able to connect to? Oh, hey, I think we had it. If I get up on top of this tower, I'll be able to, I can't jump that high. Might be able to make it work. Hey. Alright, we need to aim it roughly. Just as long as I get it on top of the platform, not like on the edge. It's quite the span. Yeah, I think it's on the edge. We'll see once the stuff gets over there. Come on, build. Yeah, it's on the edge. Ugh. Okay, well, we'll ride over there and hopefully we can reconnect. What we could do is move the tower and then come back. Oh, and also I got the wrong tower going on here. I mean, it doesn't really matter per se, I don't think. I don't think it really matters all that much. But yeah, we'll put this tower where we want it. It's also getting dark, so that's fun. Also could put a platform down. Need to lock it to... Yeah, this here. Yeah, if we put a little platform down, that'll work. Power. Platform with tower. That'll work. Okay. If I can I connect this to that? If I can. Nope, I'm not close enough actually. If I can grab that tower that I'm connected to. Always very far away. that's tough. I think it wants to connect to that other one, and I don't want it to connect to that. I want it to connect to... Let's remove that. Screw it. I should be able to connect to it now. There. Wire's too long. No. Dang it. Okay. I guess we'll have to move it forward a little bit. Dang it. We know it'll connect to roughly this distance, so... I mean, it's really far away. So, I kind of understand, but... At the same time, I'm like, please, please connect. No! Damn it! It's too long. How? How is it too long? This is roughly about where the other one was. It might be like right on the edge. Let's see. What we'll do is we'll do foundation. With the H key, we'll move it one forward. It's going to be a weird one. Being right on the edge like that. Try this one more. Like, come on, we can do this. Now, please connect. We're right at the tip of the iceberg here. Oh, wire's too long still. How? How was the wire too long? That's where the other tower was. Hanging off the freaking edge. Ugh. Guess we'll try moving it once more. Sheesh. It's got to be right there because it's so close. I don't understand. It worked just a second ago. Hey, we can always do this the easy way, I suppose. Try and see if we can get close enough. All we need to do is get close enough to attach to that tower there. Okay, the closest that will go to this platform is here. That is the closest it will go. It's pretty freaking far away, man. It's not even centered on these two. Here. That's like really off the edge. Alright, so maybe up here is just not viable. That's fine. I guess we'll go down. We'll just have to go downwards. Should be close enough I could just jump there, right? Yeah, I could jump that. Nope. Also, I was holding control the entire time, so that's fun. Yeah, that didn't work out too well, did it? Get my health back immediately. I've done so much messing around that it's morning already. Alright. About how far can I go with this? So I probably want to go, well, yeah, we'll just go straight down. As far as we can go. That'll work. Can I change that from here, I wonder? I can't reach it. Okay. Alright, looks like we're gonna ride the lightning down the hill. Before it's even built. It's like, whee! Yeah, I need to change the tower type. Because this is gonna hurt. Ow. Alright, change that to the platform. There we go. Okay, the one thing we do got to keep in mind is where the power lines actually are. So we don't end up pulling them through any kind of ground or anything like that. Clear the trees out. Okay, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I think it was over here. That's where we were. Okay, that looks good. Yep, cleared the trees. Just don't mind me, just pulling my massive power line set up through the the landscape here. No big deal. There's tons of power slugs on this side too. I wonder if I should pull it over here, because we're getting ready to make a turn here. So, I'll go like this. Put it there. Yeah, then we're going to go down this way. That is rather close to that. I think it'll be okay, though. Might be too sharp. I wonder if we should move. Well, we can't move it back. We can't move it back because of this thing here. This giant mushroom, and we can't get rid of that giant mushroom, so... I'm afraid we'll just have to leave it as is for right now. Oh yeah, I forgot the water doesn't exist over here yet. They still haven't done that. They're too busy working on 1.0. Yeah, this water. Oh, it does exist in certain areas. Like some of this water's kind of fake. Just placeholder water, basically. I think it's hilarious. Okay, yeah. And then we're gonna go right there. Just making sure the power line doesn't clip with anything. I think I can clear that. Yeah, we can clear that, that's fine. Alright. I'll keep heading down this way, because now we can just go straight for a little bit. It's getting a little deep. Getting a little deep. Getting a little deep. Okay, we probably want to start turning here a little bit at least. Okay. I think I went the right way. Maybe I didn't. I might not have went the right way. Hold on. Or maybe I didn't go far enough. Well, there is oil over here too. Unless they changed that. They might have changed that. Let's get out my scanner here. Scan for crude oil. I know it's in this area. I know there's quite a few in this area. Yeah, there's a few over here that I'm looking at. Impure and impure. We don't want those. We want these ones here. Pure, normal, impure. Yeah. We want that. We're after that pure one, so that's over this way. Okay, so I am kind of going the right way. I just I don't know. I might have went too early. Hold on. It's been a while since I've been to this part of the map. Yeah, it's in this area though. Let's go ahead and give her another scan. It's like we're getting close. Yeah, this one right here. This one's the normal node, so not too bad. Ah, yes. It was here, wasn't it? Yeah, it was around this area. Let's see, where's that pure node at? Here's that pure node. No, that's the normal node. Where's the... What happened to the pure node? Oh, is that the pure node over there? No, that's the impure node. Hold on, I'm confused now. There's so many oil nodes over here now. Oh, the pure one's way out in the ocean? Impure, normal. I can't see this one. Dang it. Okay, that one's impure. Oh, so the pure one's way over there. And there's plenty of oil, though. I'm just trying to figure out where we want to set up base. But yeah, doesn't this place look good? It's all colorful. You like that? Oh, there's a slug. Might as well grab the slugs. These are what give us our power shards. In case you've forgotten. There's tons of them in this area. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember where we had our train station. Yeah, there's the pier node. I think it was over here, you know? So I'm trying to remember exactly where we went through, because I think it was... There's an ocean here, or water here that you can't see. It was like with all this coral and stuff. Yeah, I think the train station was set up here. Around this impure node, or something similar to that. It was like very open here. Let's see. Now where... Okay, I remember this. Yeah, I remember this fog here I had to get rid of that time. I don't have any explosives with me. I don't even think we're ready for explosives yet. Yeah. Whoa. That looks interesting. Yeah, the train went down this way. Just trying to remember from the server that I had the train going. And around here it took a corner and then it went this way. Yeah, I think the train station was here on top of this island. I had taken down all these trees and stuff like that. Give me the slug. I want the slug. Give me the slug. Thing. Just get on top of the thing. There. That'll work. So he's good to grab those. So many around here. It's nice. Oh, that one's a little more of a challenge. You can't chop the tree down, by the way, to get to it. either need a jetpack or you need to do a little bit of architecture, grab a little bit of a ladder. That should do. Okay. But yeah, I'd like to set up in this area again because that was pretty good. It's a pretty solid spot. Yeah, it was definitely here. Was the train station? So, yeah, I think that the train went that way. Oh, and it went this way. Yeah. Yep, and according to I remember this now. Okay. Yeah, because I had the rail go over this here. Yep, and we went that way through it. What the heck is our power line? What do we got here? An impure node. Okay. Yeah. Like I said, I want to set up there again, so we'll go ahead and do that. Because it was a pretty good spot. Pretty good spot to build around this. Just build around this oil node here. I think this is an impure node, isn't it? That's a normal node. So, do we have enough to build a oil extractor? We do. Okay. Because I want to build around the oil extractor. Alright, first things first though, we're going to grab a foundation. And we're going to lock it to the grid. There we go. There we go, and then that'll tell us which way to go with our oil. So, production, oil extractor. That was close. It was somewhat close. Let's get that a little bit closer. Oh, we could do that. Will that work? No. It's a little too close. Because I have it on zoom. What the? Get out of here. That is not what I wanted. Okay, yeah, that is correct there. They should have had a tube going down to make that work. Okay, then what we'll do is we'll hit the H key. We'll bring this right up against there. If that'll work. Now we want to make sure we build off of this grid here. Yeah, just get as close as we can. Like that. That looks good. We're just basically circling this without actually touching it, because this will be the starting point. And we need to leave a little bit of space for the thing. That'll work there. Okay. Alright. So I think right about there should be good. Maybe. go to logistics. Grab a pipe. Yeah, that should work. And that's enough room to... Yeah, that's enough room to make that work. Okay, cool. That was my whole plan, was to make sure we get enough room to be able to make that work, which it does. Yeah, because the oil's underground. It's not like we're covering up an entire node or anything. Alright. So that ought to work there. Alrighty. Then we just cover this with foundation and remove anything that's in our way. So we can start getting some factories started. Yeah, I like this spot. In Season 2, when this first came out, we were over here with that. Yeah, we had a train picking up oil from here, from this area. Pretty good spot. A lot of oil nodes. That'll just be not enough space. Oh, dang. Just hold on, I got it. I know what I can do. Production. Craft bench. Let's craft us up some of them, these things, power shards. Get rid of those slugs. Yeah, these are worth 2 each, so very nice. There we go. And now we can pick up this. Haven't got to use the chisel in a while, huh? Okay. So yeah, we're going to... Let's see, it's not exactly centered on this, is it? Well, this is all on the world grid anyway, so... We'll say this one's the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can I go 10? Yep, I can go 10 without touching the rock. Okay. So go 10 that way, 10 that way. That'll be 11. Or, sorry, that'd be 21. So, there's the center. 1, 2. So, we need to go out 8. Yep, and we can go out 8. Okay. And that is it for the concrete. Oh crap, do we need concrete for power lines? Yes, we do. Alright, let me... Oops. I completely forgot. Yeah, it's alright. I knew I should have brought more concrete with me. Okay, that should be enough. Alright. Just gotta get the power lines over here now. The power lines are clear off in the freaking desert. What I should do is I should put a power line down. Like, where should I put a power line down? I kind of want to keep the power lines out of the way. Because I know once we get the trains, it's going to be, it's going to be one of them things, but I don't know. Yeah, we'll just throw a power line down here. It's fine, I suppose. Or a power tower. Yeah, we'll just throw it on down here. Yeah, because we're going to be coming in from this way, so. We'll go clear over to this little hump of dry land.
Just make sure that they're... Oh yeah, we would hit that right there. Not close enough to grab that. There we go. See, we gotta put it a bit over to the side. A bit here instead. Let's suppose that'll work. That's a bit better. Okay. Now we should be going this way, honestly. Huh. Let's see here. Suppose that will work. Just put it out in the middle of the water here. That's safe. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something about that. That ain't gonna work. Now all I'll have to do is do that. And that maybe? It's still, man, it's still a hard corner, man. Sheesh. If we could split the rock here, that might work. Sorry, nature, but you have got to go. Get out of my way. Got another tree here. Alright. And that tree's got to go up there too. Let's see. Well, how do we get up on top of this rock? Maybe we can use this. Can I not stand up on top? Oh, yes I can. Okay, cool. That should work. So I made a corner that should hopefully work out there. There we go. Alright. And now we can just pull the power straight through. Which eventually this will probably become train line. Instead. I'll just take this one as far as we can go and try to get ourselves back to the canyon. And connected. Sweet. Goodness. Alright. So now that we've got our path all the way over there, this is very good. But yeah, like I was saying, I really want these towers, because each of these towers have a ladder on it, so you can literally get on this this high line from anywhere. Alright, let's we'll ride this all the way back to base and get some more concrete so we can finish that project. We also probably should think about getting some stuff for the machines and whatnot, so you know, like the like those things that I always forget the name of because I just forget. Yeah, we can ride this all the way down now, so we don't have to walk, you know, and it's a heck of a lot faster. Alright, so let's get some materials. Okay, so what are we gonna need? We need to make plastic and we need to make rubber. Would probably be a good idea to have 10 machines for each. Let's go production, let's go refinery, and let's go, we want 20 of these. Okay, so we have just about everything we need anyway. We're also going to need
we're also going to need one for fuel, but how fast is the packager? I'm going to put a packager down, and let's see how fast the packager is. I'm actually really curious about this, because then I'll base that off of how much we need there. So packaged fuel, it takes fuel, and it takes 40 fuel and 40 empty canisters, but if we, like, let's say we max that out. We have so much oil over there, it shouldn't matter. We got 100 fuel per minute, alright. Okay, then if we put down a refinery, actually, let's mark it as 21, because once I put this down, it's going to take it down to 20, so. Alright. I'll say this one goes fuel, just direct residual fuel. Or sorry, not residual fuel. We could do residual fuel, because we're going to be making, we're gonna be doing this type of stuff too. Yeah, because we're gonna be doing straight rubber and plastic. Yeah, if we do straight rubber and plastic, we're gonna end up with oil, or with heavy oil, and we can use that heavy oil directly for fuel. Yeah, I could do that. Do residual fuel, and then there's no real after cost, I guess you could say. Okay, so can we get this up to 100? Yes. 100? Yeah, 150. Okay, so we need one impure node to run this. Alright, so that's 1 to 1. That's all I wanted to know. Alright, so I'll throw a packager on the list. Even though I have the materials for it, I'm still gonna throw a packager on the list. Just so that I know where we're going with it. Okay, so refineries. I don't know how many refineries we're going to need then to do residual oil. Because that's going to produce a lot. If, let's say we put down this here. I'm going to be making fuel with it, but I just need to know how much fuel we're going to need to make. Okay, so rubber. Oh, sorry. Get my crap out of the way. Let me get my toys out of the way. Sorry about that. Okay. So we're gonna do just regular rubber. That produces 20 a minute. Okay, so if we got 20 minute times 10, so that's 200 there. 200 there. Oh, whoops, I don't know why I picked it up. So 200 there, and 100 there. So 300 in total. So that's a Mark 1 pipe. Okay, so we're making 300 fuel in total. I don't know why I keep picking up the damn refinery. Just leave it down. Change the recipe. So 300 and residual fuel. Oops, that's the wrong one. So residual fuel, that's what we're going to do with it. And if we fully... Oh, we haven't even overclocked the plastic and rubber factories. Ugh. I want to do that. And again, I pick it up. I'm never going to stop doing that, I guess. Hold on. Forgot to overclock these to account for that. Nope, don't do it. Change the damn recipe. Alright, there we go. So that's going to be 500 residual oil per minute. 500. And then I'm going to assume, but we'll check it. 500. 250. Alright. So 750.
So 500 plus 250, yeah, that is 750. Okay. So 750 fuel per minute. Okay. That's a lot of fuel. Or 750 residual oil per minute. We could also turn it into petroleum coke and then just sink it. That could be another thing. But if we turn it into power, that'd probably be the better go. So yeah, residual fuel, fully overclocked, 150. Okay, so we take that 750, divide that by 150. That's 5 machines. Okay, so we're gonna need 5 machines producing fuel. 5 refineries. That's what I wanted to know. Okay, so we need 25 refineries in total to make this work. We're going to burn some of that fuel into generators, and then part of that fuel is going to go into a packager, which is going to make our packaged fuel for us. So that'll be that. I think that's pretty much all we need. I mean, we're going to need containers to store the stuff in, the plastic and rubber, and then we're going to need... No, I think that's it, actually. That's all we're going to need right now. Okay. We don't need water or anything like that. Let's see. We just need oil extractors. We're going to need... How many's over there? I don't know how many oil extractors we're going to need. It's going to be a lot of oil, though. It's definitely going to be a lot of oil. We'll put 4 more on the list. 5 more on the list. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, we're also going to need industrial beams as well, so... we're going to have to make a couple of trips here. Yeah, and then we just have a little bit of extra power. Is what I'm going to do with most of the fuel. I'll just burn it off as power. I think they said the color gun's going away for good. Something like that. So we no longer need to keep these flower petals eventually. Or the color cartridges are going away. Yeah, not the color gun, but the color cartridges. Okay. So the motors are going to be the most challenging. Because they only stack in 50s. And we definitely want to have enough to have some extra motors on us, just in case. We have most of the other stuff, it's just the motors and industrial beams that we really need. And then we can get set up down there. Make sure we have, we do have enough for, so I'm going to need to put down that container. So the motors are over here. Right here. No, these are industrial beams. Okay. Take an extra stack of those. All right, motors are here. Here we go. Here's our electric motors. Take a stack. Okay. 51, 52, 53, 50. Okay. That'll work there. And then I think the rest we'll do with concrete for right now. We're gonna need pipes and other stuff I know down there, but for now we'll take what we have because we're kind of at our max inventory limit at the moment. Swap this out. There we go. And at least we'll have 1,000 concrete on us. Quite a bit of cable. Get on that.
Not really good on anything else, but we got what we need for the moment, so we'll head back over there. We'll drop a crate down and get those materials put in there of exactly what we need, pretty much. And then we'll come back for more concrete. Sound like a plan? Sounds like a plan. It's a long trip, though. Oof, is it a long trip. And onto the new area. Around the bend. And down this way. Yeah, like I said, much faster than walking. Still takes a while, though. It's a long journey over here. It's crazy. And we got another corner over here. Had to put 2 towers in here so that we could actually make the corner without flying off. So if you make the corners too sharp on these, you'll just go flying off of it. Same with this, you'll go flying off of this too. So I usually jump early and just smash my face into the tower. It's fine. Alright. So I guess next to this for now, we'll just throw down a container. Organization, container. There we go. Let's see, we did have our entire list, right? Alright, so 300 cable. And we'll just go through the list and put everything in there that we need. Okay. And then the rest will... I'm going to throw my concrete in here too. Because we're going to need that. And then we'll get a whole bunch of concrete. We also need to pick up some plastic along the way. I don't know if I'll go out along... Yeah, I might go along the way back. We'll grab like... Let's see, 2 for like 600, like 800. We'll grab like 1,000 plastic and whatnot, so... Yeah, because that's only 5 stacks of plastic and then 10 stacks of copper sheets because we're going to need that all that for piping. And then I guess the rest we'll do in concrete. I'm not really sure. I guess we'll find out once we get there. It's all purple and blue over here. Alright. So yeah, we'll stop by the power plant and grab some plastic. Okay. Oh, that's rubber. So yeah, let's grab that a little bit extra. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I believe it's 2 copper sheets and 1 plastic. Yeah. So we need to grab twice the amount of copper sheets. Let's head back over here. Then we'll head back to base and grab our copper sheets and then grab our concrete. Alright, have our copper sheets and our concrete. We'll just grab the rest of that in concrete. Oh! No, we're good. Okay. Ever so slightly lost connection there. Only for a second. It's been really good this time. Last time was a disaster. But everything seems to be working okay this time. And the latency's down really low, so I'm pretty happy about that. Yep, keep forgetting that I'm actually in a browser. Yep. So if we hold this button, yep, we are indeed within a browser. Alright, now that we're back over here. So pretty over here when it's like sunrise. Don't see all the colors, but everything's like really red. It's crazy. Alright. So there's all of that. And there's all that. Sweet. Alright, we're just planning on putting down the concrete right now anyway. Concrete, and we'll get the rest of this platform built, this 21 by 21 platform. Pretty big. Looks like we're going to be encompassing this oil node as well. Very nice. Yeah, these oil nodes will be built right into the platform and it'll look good. At least we hope, anyway. Alright, that should at least square everything off. Alright. Alrighty, and that is platform built and cleared of all wildlife. Except for the lizard doggos. They decided to move in. We get a family of lizard doggos that want to live here. So, yeah, we'll just let them. Hey, little buddy. I don't have any raspberries, or what are they called? I forget the berry. But they're like raspberries or so. I don't think we have any around here. No, you're not allowed. Go away. Lizard doggos only. Do we have enough to build this? We do not. Need a little bit of this, and a little bit of what? Ah, motors, that's what we needed. A little bit of that. Okay, because we need to put one down over here. Oh, I covered it up. No, where was it? Crap. Why did I do that? Must have forgot I was... Totally forgot I was there. Ah, there you are. Okay. Glad I found it. Alright, and we'll aim that one... we'll aim it to the side so it's out of the way. Like, yeah, like that. Okay. It was like that, wasn't it? I don't have any copper sheets, but I think I can still build. Or still try to build. Oh, you can't even click on it. Needed plastic sheets and copper. Plastic sheets, copper. Okay. Just gonna give this a test. Yeah, that's enough to be getting on with. I think we'll make that a little bit closer though. Up there. So it's as close to vertical as it can be anyway. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. Perfect. Alright, and then the rest of this we'll just snug up like we were. Or snuggle up like we were before. Just snuggle right up against that machine there. Using the H key and control left arrow, right arrow, whatever. Using the control key essentially to make very small minor adjustments. Right there, perfect. Yeah, snuggle up right up against the machine. Perfect. Very nice. Alright, so that's the two machines there. That works good. I guess the first production is going to be starting over there, and then we'll move that way with the fuel and stuff. I'm not exactly sure. These might get rotated at some point. We'll have to see. But that'll all be, of course, next time. But first, before we do that, there's more. Organization. So I've went a little insane. You know, don't worry about it. I need things. Let's see, I'm also going to need reinforced plates too, I believe. So reinforced plates. These. Need my rods and plates back as well. Oh, whoops.
Wait a minute, those were already in my inventory. those were already in my inventory. What the hell am I talking about? Oh yeah, so a little bit of steel beam and steel pipe. Okay. So the reason I needed all that is so that we can throw down a awesome sink. We're probably going to end up having one here anyway. But put that there. Yeah, we'll just hook it directly up. That worked out quite well, actually. Right between the little beams there. Hook that up, and then logistics, no organization. Organization, industrial storage. Throw that down there. This will be our personal trash can for right now, so I don't have to go all the way back to base in order to sink my random crap like this and this. I'll just throw these leaves in there, it's fine. That'll get rid of all that for me. Very nice. How many tickets do we have? We have 5 tickets, holy crap. Let's go shopping. Let's see what 5 tickets buys us. Let's see, special, awesome shop. Well, what do we got? What can we buy with 5 tickets? Foundations. We've got all the foundations. Oh, we needed the walls. We need these. We need one more ticket, and then we could have bought both walls. How close are we to 1 ticket? Not very close at all. If we wanted one more ticket, we'd have to go and collect animal parts. I don't think it's worth it. I could probably get a ticket out of the stuff I have. Let's see, I don't know if frames would do much good. Or, like, get these things here. I'm gonna have to keep those. I could do normal frames, I suppose. I could probably fetch us some tickets. Nope. That barely did anything. Okay, well, that's a waste. Anyway, I do think that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory on the Boosteroid platform. And like I said before, if you would like to purchase a subscription to Boosteroid, there's a link down in the description that will help you do that. And if you decide to use that link, I do thank you because it does help out the channel. But yeah, as I said, that is going to be it. So next time we'll build the plastic and rubber factory as well as the fuel packaging facility. We're going to have one of those as well. We need to make sure we don't take up too much room because I think that once we get trains unlocked, we'll put trains up there. Yeah, that'll be hopefully all next time. I don't know if we'll be able to get it all done, but we should be able to get close. It's going to be a lot of logistic stuff and probably even more running back and forth to try and get some of the stuff. I'm probably going to have to make some more heavy modular frames for the tanks and stuff like that because I'm going to have like tanks stacked up on top of each other for like liquids and whatnot. So I think that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, unfortunately we have hit that time, so like I said, that is going to be it. So I do hope you enjoyed, and until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.